Hello, this is Toastmaster Matt. Thank you for joining us. We know that you made it at the right time. This is the right place, and you're ready to go on a journey with me. This is going to be a 5-part series, and we're going to walk through it step by step, and the result will be you will have a 10 to 15 minute speech, a heroic tale about you. That's the goal. Now, what you do at this speech, if you just keep it written, pass it on to your kids, wonderful. If you decide to step up and step on a stage and provide this information, even better. It is up to you. So let's get started. The lifelong question, everybody's trying to figure it out. What are you? Are you a kitten or a lion? And I'll tell you why it matters. Self-awareness is critical. Self-awareness to find out where you fall on this scale leads to self-confidence. I'm going to put this down for now, but it'll come right back. So whether you're a kitten or a lion is important because that's who you are. That's the image that you give to other people. So if you're a kitten, full of comedy, full of energy, that's the persona that you give. Now, the people are hopefully perceiving that also. And if you're a lion, you're always strong, demanding, forceful. Not a bad thing either. But know that that's how you are being perceived. So that's the key. You have to know who you are so you can know how you're being perceived. And the danger is if they don't match. How does that work? Let's say you're a kitten. You love people. You just want to make people happy, right? A kitten. But you go around barking orders, maybe being a little confrontational. People don't buy it. It doesn't match. Now on the opposite, if you're a lion and you have the respect, you have the attention of people, but you never use it. You cautiously walk through life. You're never forceful, and people want that of you. Again, it doesn't match. So let's go to the first step to define a kitten. Again, a kitten I relate to comedy. A lion, intensity. You could be either and be effective, but know that you need to know which one you are. Let's get into an example. I compare Jerry Seinfeld as the kitten, John Wayne as the lion. Now both people are very influential. They can get their point across, they have an audience that loves them, but they go about it different. Jerry can say one thing, make a joke of it, make people think, influence people, without ever raising his voice and being threatening. While John Wayne is going to demand what needs to be done. And people follow because he's John Wayne. People respect that. That's the start. So, like you, I've struggled, everybody struggles figuring out who they are. So it starts in elementary school. We go to class, we're kind of nervous, we're scared. We find out which cliques we hang with, which level we are at, who's the bully, who's going to get picked on. We learn from that. You go to high school, it becomes even worse. The cliques are even bigger. You have the jocks and the school people. Either way, again, nobody's bad, nobody's good. It's just you got to figure out who you are. And the reason is how you're perceived. If you're a jock and you're perceived as a jock, when you tell your story, if you want people to buy into it, to be there with you, you can't come across as the jock. You need to bring some sympathetic stories to it. Bring some emotion. Show that you are not invincible, because nobody is. Show the human side of that. And if you're on the other end, say you're not a jock. You're a kitten, but you're very funny. Now, to be believable, you need to show once in a while that you've become the lion. There were times where it became too much, you had to break out. You could no longer take the pain. You tried to get along, but once in a while you need to step up. And if you're giving a speech, show that you can go to that side. That ability to go back and forth, knowing where your root is, will make your story great. And it's not just about telling a speech. We'll get into that next time. So the step one, this is the question, the call to action for today. Look at this. Figure out where you are. Are you a kitten? Have you always been a kitten? Or are you a lion? And if you are in between, figure out which side you lead to most. That's the call to action today. Please leave a comment below. Think hard about which side of the spectrum you are on. And I will see you tomorrow.